God bless
The
you.
miners there are well
You have a
aware
kind
of the
master, eh,
silver
Toby?
in the rocks.
What are you two talking about then?
Ah, the worthy gent is interested in our discourse. An honor indeed.
What's your name?
My name is Henry.
Then sit, noble Enrico, and give your verdict on our dispute.
Aye, don't be shy. Come and sit with us.
It's Henry. H-E-N... whatever.
Ah, any tanner or bathhouse boy could be called Henry. Enrico is nobilissimo.
Oh, for the love of God. Will you just tell me what you were discussing?
Ah, it's just that my dear friend George here is a vulgar louse who knows as much about the art of poetry as a baying donkey.
To tell the truth, my last encounter with verse didn't end all that well.
Really? Come on, let's discuss it over a beer.
Man to man, poet to poet.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say I was...
Sit.
So, are you going to tell me what you're talking about?
It's about nothing less than the very essence of the art of poetry.
And also about the fact that Michael here hasn't got his oats for ages and it's got his brain in a twist.
Kindly ignore our friend George here.
Freedom. I figured out poetry ain't to be found in inspiration from the muse. All the truth in the world is right.
To the point where fornication and drinking leave no time for...
Aye, aye. Keep your hair on, mate. As I said, he's not in his right mind. He once met an Italian poet, and ever since he thinks he's Dante Alighieri.
Alighieri, you dolt. So what do you think, Enrico?
Greetings.
Why go looking for muses when the whole of God's green earth is filled with inspiration? Like George says, wine, women and song. That's the only poetry you need.
I told you so. Let's drink to that. However you look at it, you, my friend, as a worldly,
And highborn,
clever,
experienced,
intrepid,
unique.
in short, just the right fella.
You might be able to help us out with something.
What are you after?
Enrico, we are in need of an adventurer.
My name's Henry. H-E-N... something...
In short, Enrico, we're in need of an adventurer, a man of action, a man of goodwill, a man of knowledge, a man,
A fucking good fella.
a fellow who helps his fellow man, aspiring minstrels.
If only you knew, mate, what genius is sleeping in our throats. Songs just waiting for a voice to raise you to the heights of glory.
Imagine it. An ode to Henry, the hapless, hoe-wielding hero, harassing the heartless hordes of
Humans?
That's it! Hark! Henry the Lion!
A loot! We need a loot!
All right, but where would I even get a thing like that?
In the words of the poet, una volta corre il cane, e una altra la lepre. He who seeks shall find, or something like that.
And finding it won't be hard. We've done a bit of...
It's hanging all forlorn on a wall at the carpenter's in Troskowitz. The house directly opposite the Rathaus.
It ain't no use to him, but he won't sell it, the tight ass.
While if it were in our hands...
In our hands, it will sing like a nun on Sunday.
And it will be the torch lighting our...
Torch?
Ah, it's a metaphor, you ignorant oaf.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Please just quieten down for a bit.
Praise the Lord.
Greetings.
Oh, a nice instrument. Maybe I should learn to play it and become a wandering minstrel.
God grant you health.
I've got that loot for you.
Incredible! Magnificent! Fascinating.
You really got it! Give me that lovely thing so I can fondle her.
Such a noble instrument is just begging to celebrate art and life.
It's like it's saying, hey, with me in your hands, you'll be able to grab any wench you want.
How can you take such a fine thing and abuse it for vulgar gain?
Abuse? No, friend. Put to good use.
Come on, play me something, will you?
Give me a moment. I just have to hold it like this, and...
What's that you have there? Hey, let me see. How the hell do you... hold it? Ah. Oh, Anna has tiny tick. Uh-oh.
Christ, no!
The idiot broke the strings!
What are you doing, you idiot? Do you know what I had to do to get that loot?
I'm sorry, but... mate.
Fuck! Shit! You fucking whoreson!
Use it for... firewood.
What? Henry, sick him! I mean, give him what for?
Hey, why don't we all just simmer down?
Yeah. Of course it was an accident.
There you go. Now apologise nicely and clear off.
All right, all right.
Now what are we supposed to do? Without strings, it's just firewood, you know?
Our dreams are shattered.
Farewell to Kuttenberg, farewell to you lovely...
We could replace those strings with new ones, couldn't we?
Look, old pal.
The hunter Vostatek told me once that he made some strings for someone. He can make...
Vostatek? I know him. In fact, he owes me.
Really? Damn.
Sometimes the price is...
Especially when you ain't got a groschen to your name.
All right.
All praise and glory to you.
God be with you.
Greetings. Christ, pardon me.
God bless you.
I'm trying to get strings for a loop, and I hear you know all about that.
I do, but it ain't so straightforward. You have to sacrifice an animal for that.
You mean an altar? Candles?
Nah, nothing like that. You just have to get a sheep. Find the thinnest gut.
I don't know how to gut animals.
Well, you're just gonna have to learn. Run along to the woods and bag a deer or a few hares, eh? You won't get much of any use.
And meanwhile, I'll clear half your forest of game.
You'd have your work cut out, lad. But if you'd rather, you can always buy those guts from a butcher.
Isn't there any other way?
Look, lad, I told you what you wanted to know. I'll make loot...
God be with you, sir.
Good afternoon. Show me your...
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
God bless you.
I've got that sheep gut for you.
I hope you killed the poor creature before you pulled it out of its rectum. Or did you chicken out and buy it somewhere? Not that I care. Wait here a while and I'll make them strings for you.
Dicky. The Lord be with you.
The miners there are well aware of...
I got those strings for you.
Ah, how the hills shall ring out in gladness to their glorious sound.
We'll fix the loot and head off for Kuttenberg fame and fortune. All praise to you, friend.
Right. I hope that's all you need.
If only, Henry, old pal. It's just there's still one little fuck-up. Friend, we have a problem. The innkeeper doesn't want us to leave. Says Kuttenberg isn't the place for us.
Can you imagine? He who never set
And fortune.
and recognition.
And under the skirts of...
Beast. In short, dear friend, you must have a word with him.
Hang on. How can the innkeeper keep you from going anywhere?
Well, you know, he's incapable of grasping that the artistic soul needs to fly as free as a bird.
Aye, he's an
Ignoramus.
Besides, we owe him a bit of coin.
He lets you two drink on credit? How so?
Because he's a damn crook.
He knows we can't pay back our debt outright, but he counts every wretched sip we take and adds it to the burden we have to shoulder.
Well, why don't you pay him back then?
That's just it. We'd love to. We could always scrape together a few groschen.
But it's not coin he's after. He wants us to work off our debt.
Well, why don't you just up and run for it?
And sully our honor? Never.
And also, the innkeeper would tell the bailiff and he'd come looking for us.
Why do I have to be the one to solve it for you?
Because we don't have time. We have to concentrate on composing our songs, creating art.
Believe me, friend, once we get to Kuttenberg and make a shitload of coin, we'll pay you back double.
Tell you what,
I'll have a word with him, and we'll see what happens.
that's the spirit.
Let's drink to that!
I hear Michael and George have run up a small debt with you.
A small debt? They owe me a whole heap of work, my friend. A month ago, I told them to dig a hole for shit behind the barn, and there's a privy there, but now it's full. The shit has nowhere to go but downhill. It's flowing down to the bathhouse. The other day, they promised that if I poured them a drink, they'd haul sacks of chaff to the barn. They boozed for free all night and swolfed down sausages till they were...
Can't they just pay what they owe you?
This has nothing to do with the coin. Those two need to learn some responsibility.
So, haul some sacks and empty...
Aye, but I'll bet my boots that even if those two miraculously...
What is it Michael and George have to do to pay off their debt?
haul sacks of chaff to the wagon and empty the overflowing latrines. Once that's done, we'll be quits.
Couldn't someone else do the work instead of Michael and George? They'd just do a shoddy job anyway. You know them.
Well, they'd have to do it again then. I'm telling you. Until the chaff's under cover and the latrine's clean enough to eat out of, them two...
Forget about those two fools. You're not responsible for their upbringing. A decent pile of coin could smooth everything over, couldn't it? I'll give you the coin for some hired hand to do the job.
Well, that pile of groschen will have to be mighty big. Cleaning out the privy's going to be a nasty job.
Do we have a deal?
You really... Well, now, everyone should be satisfied.
Check Dante don't like it.
I've squared things with the innkeeper. Your debt's been settled.
Our Saviour, we knew
May your name live.
your glory shall be sealed by...
Oh my god, what have you done?
Fuck yeah!
Definitely not going to sing those words, right?
Which words?
You know exactly
I'm
the
just
words.
joking. Right, you ready?
Can't tune the strings.
You've got one job. Good? Right.
When it seems you're out of luck,
There's just one man who gives a fuck.
a friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be?
well.
Ludiek?
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. Henry, reliable Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Oh, oh, oh. Watch out, here we go. Oh, oh, oh. I can't hear you in the back.
When you want to string your lute and trumpet with your back drum,
Who will pull a sheep gut out through the creature's rectum? Oh, Henry, we thank you, Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man.
his fellow man.
Henry, let's drink to Henry. He gets the job done the best he can. Yeah!
So, how did you like it?
Weren't we fantastic?
I'd say we were
Awaits us with...
interesting.
I mean,
Ah, you want to say new?
yeah, that's it.
Ha! I knew you'd like it.
Dear Enrico, thank you for everything.
Gutenberg, here we come!
New life!
Now, hold your horses, fellas.
We've already paid you back, my friend.
Didn't you hear the ode we wrote?
Look, that's all very nice.
Please, Henry, don't...
Just wait till that song about you makes the rounds. You'll be so
Besides, you've gained the most valuable thing in...
Farewell, friend. And thanks for...
Greetings.
Good day.